Hey guys, I'm sitting in my peg for the ultimate man cave, and of course beside me is the person responsible for it, toy collector and producer Bleau Aquino. Bleau, thank you for having us, and of course welcome to Gear Up.
Thank you for having me here.
My first question is, how did you get into collecting, and ultimately what led you to the passion of making customs?
When I was a kid, I really loved toys. But unfortunately, I couldn't afford all of the stuff that I wanted. And then when I started earning, then I started getting the things that I wanted before, although it's at a higher price already. And then I kind of found out that toys could be good investments too. So the values appreciate if you know what you're getting into or you know what you're collecting. So that's where it all basically started. So the collecting side. Customizing was a spin-off from that.
You gave a story about going to ToyCon for the first time with your brother and entering a competition.
Yes.
And that's how your passion, I guess the whole custom thing really started. Can you tell us all about that?
Yeah, okay. Way back in 2009, I think that was that time. There was a contest in ToyCon wherein we had to take a photograph of something, of a toy, and then present it, and it's a photo contest, so the best one wins. We're not photographers, we're not professional photographers, my brother and I. So the first photo we made was heavily edited, lots of special effects and stuff like that, and we really felt that, oh, this is so cool. That contest piece didn't win. So the next year, the contest rules changed, and we were a bit challenged because the new rules said that no editing was allowed. So I made my first ever diorama using everyday stuff. Like I saw a piece of Tupperware, made it into a trash can. And then that diorama got sold. Somebody bought it. And then the photo got viral. So I got clients even from abroad asking me to make it.
When someone approaches you to do a project, parang from start to finish, can you talk about a bit about the process?
Each particular character is attacked differently. It depends on the requirement. If it's a heavily armored character, or if that person wears regular clothing with this particular print, plaid print. What collectors really want is accuracy. We have to replicate that in scale. What we do is we design that, we make a pattern, and then we print our own fabrics, and then do the clothing. Now that's the first step. Now. But the next step is actually making the head sculpt, making the bodies. Most of these, sometimes you could buy them online if there's a readily available head sculpt. But there are times when people would want to have it customized. And that's the time I would partner with someone from abroad or someone who's local who could do sculpts or could do paint work.
Typically, what's the price point you're looking at for a custom?
For a custom figure, somewhere between, I think the cheapest would be around $250. Sometimes it could reach up to $5,000.
You've been doing this now for 10 years, we talked.
Yes, I'd suppose it's that long.
If there's one custom job that you have to pick as your favorite, what would it be?
I would have to say my Arkham Knight Batman. It's a job that's basically required a lot of armor work. The tailoring of the suit is also a bit complicated. And I'm really proud of that piece because a lot of the sculpt work was done by Filipinos. It's an all-Filipino production. Even before the Arkham Knight video game was released, we made this figure. So we were all just basing everything on screenshots or whatever's available on the internet. So we didn't have a back view. We had to wait for a video screen grab of Batman's back so we could copy the cape. That's one of the figures that I'm most proud of.
Can you tell us about the process of how you set up that scene, especially the Iron Man we saw? How long does it take you from concept to actual execution and then showing it off to?
Okay, the Iron Man armor, that's a bit big, no, the Hall of Armors. It took me probably around 2 months to get everything done, put together. I had a little bit of help from one of my friends who has a CNC cutter, so it made things easier in the production. But the overall design was basically based on the movie. So thought that, hey, Tony Stark had a great lab in the movie in Iron Man 2, and I wanted to replicate that because I had so many Iron Man figures, I didn't know how to display them. So usually the idea comes from those little things. Eh? As a collector, you try to think of, how do I display this particular figure in my shelf? Some people would display stuff like, they call it museum pose, where the figure's just like standing up like that. Some would like to pose them in an action pose. But sometimes I would prefer to really put them in an actual setting, like how they are seen either in the TV show or in the movie.
If there's like one action figure that you parang dream of making a custom, any like from comic books and TV, what would it be?
Right now, my main focus is really doing a movie-accurate Christopher Reeve costume. It's been done many times. It's been done by Hot Toys. There's an official release. But that particular clothing didn't have an S made of cloth.
Right.
It was a vinyl heat press sticker that was slapped onto the clothing. And we're trying to replicate that now, doing something in cloth, the logo of Superman.
If there's anyone out there who's like a collector, who might want to get into the whole custom game, what advice would you give them? Or at least if you're looking to collect something, how would they go about curating their collection?
I guess you have to really be familiar first with a certain scale that you're gonna choose. Like me, I chose to specialize in 1/6 scale. Some others try to choose the smaller ones, 36-inch. I like 1/6 scale because it's got you could pack in more details into it, more lifelike details into it. But once you've chosen that particular scale, you have to have a keen eye on looking at particular details, and just keep on trying to figure out how it could be done in scale. The hardest part is really sourcing the materials to use. Don't look at them as figures, treat them as pieces of art, because you'll never know, the values could rise. Some collectors they don't want to take the toys out of the box. I could understand if that's how they feel, if that's how they want to collect things. But I'm a firm believer that the toy has to be enjoyed, has to be displayed, has to be seen by others to collect. So I just hope that people who would really start collecting would also, come up with a display for them, so that you share the happiness with other people.
So if anyone wants to find you or get in touch with you through
Facebook, social
Facebook.
media, I have a Facebook account. It's called GWiz Customs. Just search that in Facebook. And there's a website to gwizcustoms.com.
Right. So there you have it, guys. Bleau Aquino of GWiz Customs. Really awesome stuff.